can I have your attention, please? I've got a little announcement to make.
Dad, look, this can't wait.
Peter, just a minute. All right.
I'm really glad that so many of you could make it. A lot of you I know very well. Close friends and family. Nearly. Quite a few of you were guests at my wedding. The happiest day of a girl's life, they say. And if she's lucky, she finds a good un, and then she lives happily ever after. Well, my wedding day was the happiest day of my life.
Oh, bless her, yes, it was.
But unfortunately, I didn't find a good un. And I won't be living happily ever after.
Oh, dear.
You all thought you saw me marrying Peter Barlow, the love of my life. So did I. But I wasn't. My marriage was a sham. You see, Peter neglected to tell me that he was still married to somebody else. Weren't you, Peter? To Lucy. Everyone, this is Lucy Barlow, Peter's secret wife. And this is Simon, Peter's secret son. One of them. Has Peter never introduced Adrian, Ken?
Peter?
No. You're sorry they had to find out at all. Let's ask Peter to explain. Why did you do it? Was it a two-faced thing, you two-faced, conniving little coward? Go on, good riddance, scumbag!
Oh, I do apologise. Oh. My name's Paella. Paella Bakewell. Oh, that's me. Funny. I'm sure I heard something. Oh! There it is. He must have been there all along. Early night, Fluffles. Big day tomorrow. Now, my little Poochie Woochie, let Auntie Paella sort you out. Ow! Ow! He bit me! I was just trying to help and he bit me, Wallace. Get your hands off me! I hate flour, I hate bread, and I hate bakers in utter and complete fruitcake! Fluffles, I want a word with you. Back home. I will be back to get you, Wallace. I will have my bacon.
It was pretty amazing, actually. It was came out of the blue because I did an interview on radio and Nick heard my voice and he'd been looking for, I think, 6 months for Paella, and he just said, I hope, you know, he didn't even know, because he only watches films, Nick, so he didn't even know I was an actress. So he went, has that girl done any acting? And my agent went, yeah, a bit. So, and that was it. I mean, it was a meeting of minds, really, and I had a wonderful time. It was, it was intense, but it was wonderful. I'm in Mayfair, one of the world's most expensive postcodes, with my hosts, property tycoon Cam and partner Anya, for a posh sleepover at their £32 million townhouse. They're throwing a dinner party in my honour. But this isn't just any dinner party, it's a Mayfair dinner party, and that means a whole new level of preparation. First up, choose some caviar for your canapes, as you do. Right. Have some caviar, please, barman. Well, me and you, we've got the same sort of background on this. Yeah, it was... My horror was the fact that the working classes in this country, there's only 8% of us in front and behind the camera. And I find that quite disgraceful. And I thought, gosh, look at me from a very working class background, and I've been given this honour for services to drama. And you think, well, this should be for all those kids out there that, think, oh, I can't do that because I haven't got any money and it's too hard. And I just think, gosh, why don't we encourage these kids? Because look, where you can get to. You can be there, and it's possible.
Good afternoon, YouTubers. This is TLD Flyer Tyler 658 Ultimate here, back with another rustic yet spontaneously mellow pop culture review. In this week's review, I will be voicing my opinions gently on one of the UK's talented comedic yet eccentric, legends from Manchester, Miss Sally Lindsay. Now, Miss Lindsay was born in Stockport, Greater Manchester. Her first television appearance was at the age of 7 on the Top of the Pops when her school choir, the St. Winifred School Choir, released There's No One Quite Like Grandma, which reached number 1 on the UK singles chart in 1980. She is best known for her huge role of fame as Shelley on Coronation Street from 2001 to 2006, of which she then left after 5 years during a panel of British Soap Awards in 2005. She chose to move on to more comedic projects as her contract ended. Ms. Lindsay was spotted on the set of Coronation Street in 2019 before it was revealed she was filming a documentary for the show to celebrate its 60th anniversary. She has narrated numerous shows for the series franchise. Her first acting appearance, however, before said series, was Amanda on an episode of ITV's short-lived drama Fat Friends, then on an episode of The Royal Family as Twiggy's girlfriend Michelle. She is a good friend of Peter Kay since she collaborated on a few of his projects such as Phoenix Nights and the 2005 Red Nose Day special Amarillo, originally a cover with Tony Christie. In 2007, Ms. Lindsay voiced the character of Paella Bakewell in the 2008 Aardman Wallace and Gromit short film A Matter of Loaf and Death, which made its British debut on Christmas Day on BBC One. She was handpicked for the role personally by Nick Park after he heard her voice on the radio. I personally chose this role as the second best role she had portrayed, as I hadn't known about her until this role. In 2008, Ms. Lindsay took first place on an episode of Celebrity Mastermind on the subject of the Carry On movies. She also appeared as a regular guest contributor to the Radcliffe and Macaulay show on BBC Radio 2 and launched a DVD, Sally Lindsay's Party Pub Quiz 2008, shot a role in a comedy pilot, Till I Die, for the ITV network, and starred in a radio comedy for Radio 4 Pickups with John Thompson, whom I know as the voices in the Bill and Ben in the BBC. Her other roles include Lisa Johnson in the Sky One comedy drama Mount Pleasant 2011-2017, Alison Bailey in the ITV police procedural Scott and Bailey 2011-2016, and Cagafnu in the BBC sitcom Still Open All Hours 2013-2019. Since 2021, she has starred as Jean White in Channel 5's The Madame Blanc Mysteries, which she co-created and produces. She was a regular panellist on the ITV daytime talk show Loose Women between 2011 and 2014. She had also presented the travel documentary series Sally Lindsay's Posh Sleepover from 2021 to 2022 and has narrated the Channel 5 reality series 22 Kids and Counting since 2021. She is president of the annual charity event Women of the Year and creative director of the production company Saffron Cherry Productions. She had appeared with fellow actor Nigel Havers in the show Sally and Nigel's Posh Hotel on Channel 5, which was followed up by a show in which they became British Airways cabin crew, and a spin-off without Havers called Sally Lindsay's Posh Sleepover, featuring Lindsay at the lifestyles of the rich and the expensive houses they lived in, with places like a townhouse in Mayfair featured. In April 2021, Lindsay became the interim host of the ITV quiz show Tenable, replacing Warwick Davis for a run of 25 episodes over a 5-week period as a result of Davis being unable to film due to scheduling conflicts. In October 2021, her Saturday night drama series, The Madame Blanc Mysteries, became one of the most popular new shows on Channel 5, with episodes bringing in around 2.5 million viewers to the channel. In May 2022, she was then one of the guest performers to take over Richard Osman's role on Pointless. Her other film roles include Irene in Pond Life, Murdered for Being Different, Murder on the Blackpool Express, starring Griff Rhys-Jones, Johnny Vegas, Kimberly Nixon and Mark Heap, and My Bad. Her theatre roles include Ella, Meet Marilyn, The Ho-Ho Club, Much Ado About Nothing, A Taste of Honey, Dick Whittington's Cat, Sleeping Beauty and Cinderella. She has also done a couple of voiceover roles outside of Wallace and Gromit, such as Monty and Company and The World According to Grandpa. She also narrated various other projects such as Meet the Richardsons. Other TV appearances include Scallywagger, Waiting in Rhyme, All-Star Impression Show, Little Crackers, Ordinary Lies, Moving On, Diddy TV, Porters, Cold Call, Shakespeare and Hathaway, Intruders, Love Rat, and most recently a guest appearance on Midsummer Murders as Danica Trask. Wow, Ms. Lindsay certainly has made a huge resume in the British television industry, especially in her native Manx County. I hope she continues to entertain the nation for the foreseeable future. Alrighty, that concludes this week's Pop Culture Review. Keep your eyes peeled for the next review where I observe another comedic redhead from Bolton, Ms. Diane Morgan. Stay tuned, folks. Bye!